This is an information video on Mr. Elbling's Grade 9 Accelerated Math class for the 2023-24 school year. I want to start by telling you a little bit about myself. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dan Elbling, and I studied math, physics, and education at McGill University, and I completed a master's degree in educational studies at Concordia a few years ago. I've been teaching now for 19 years. I taught for 10 years at Centennial Academy, and I've been teaching for 9 years now at Selwyn. And 1 year in between, I worked in northern Quebec. I included that picture because it's so cool. Look at my frozen eyelashes. And also, on a personal note, I work in boys' education every day and around the clock because I have two boys of my own. This is Stevie, and this is Jack. So that's a little bit about me. A little bit about the course. The Grade 9 Accelerated Math course is big. Students will do the entire Grade 9 math curriculum. They will do some enriched topics that we cover in the Selwyn House 9 math course, and they will do the entire Grade 10 SN Ministry course. So that's a lot of content. And because there's so much, it's really important to keep up with work and effort. Falling behind at any point will be really difficult to overcome. In terms of organization, boys can find all kinds of stuff on my Selwyn and parents as well. If you're looking for the course syllabus and or my classroom expectations, that's on the bulletin board of the math course. And there are also some links there to my YouTube channel and to some other in-house made Selwyn math resources. More on that in a little bit. Under the topics tab, that's where all the course content will be. And I've already posted all the topics for the year. They have a little image. Sometimes they're a cute little comic strip and sometimes they aren't. And if you click on one of them, I've already posted up some notes if anybody wants to preview. But as we go through the year, I'll put the more recent and updated notes from this year. This is obviously an old version. And finally, the assignments tab, also an important one. That's where I will post daily homework, any assignments that are given. Quizzes will be posted a couple of days in advance, sometimes just the day in advance. And tests, I'll give you about a week's notice, but at the start of the year, for the first test or two, I'll also email students and parents just to keep everyone in the loop and help keep everyone organized. The classroom expectations for this course, I think, are pretty straightforward. It's important that all the guys work hard all the time. That means that homework is always completed, that any time that I give in class to work is used to work. I expect the guys to be respectful to each other, to me, to the room, to the school. And it's really important not to give up. And I know that that seems similar to point number one, but because there is so much content and we move quickly, it's inevitable that at some point, guys will find something difficult or challenging. And I will do my best to make sure that they stay motivated and don't give up. And if they are able to get that same support at home, that'll make a big difference in terms of helping students grow as mathematicians, as general students, and to help them be successful in this course. On a day-to-day basis, class will usually start with a warm-up or recap question. Guys will always have an opportunity to ask questions about the previous day's homework. We'll go through new content, and I will typically give students time to start their work in class, and whatever they don't finish will be for homework. In terms of homework and assessment, there will be homework just about every day we have math. And we have math 8 days out of 10. It's important for the guys to practice, to go home, give the content a little bit of time to sink in, and then to see on their own what stuff they do or don't really understand. We'll have about 1 quiz per week, sometimes even 2. And the reason we have so many is 1, because I want to know if anybody is falling behind or if there's anything that an individual or the entire class hasn't understood well. And also because grade-wise, the more quizzes we have means that each quiz is worth less. And philosophically, I think that those quizzes should be more for feedback than for grades anyway. So each one counting for very little is the way it should be. And then we'll have 1 to 2 tests per unit. I'll always give you a week's notice on that. And like I said, I'll email those at the start of the year. The breakdown in terms of competencies for this math course is the same as math courses in middle school. Situational problems are worth 30% and mathematical reasoning is worth 70. What's different about this course is that final exam, because it's a government exam, is worth 50% of the entire year's grade, which is significant. So we'll spend a lot of time preparing for that exam as we approach the end of the year, but it's important that guys keep up with their stuff as we go through. And just that breakdown of that reasoning mark, tests are worth 70%, quizzes 25, and participation 5. I'll also always drop the worst quiz mark of the term on an individual basis. Just it's nice to know that if you had a bad day, that doesn't have to tank you. And in senior school, students have the opportunity to redo one test per trimester. They have to qualify. There's some work to do in advance, and we'll talk more about that as we approach the end of the trimester, but there's a specific date at the end of the trimester where guys can redo one trimester test. And if guys are looking for extra help for those retests or the first test or quizzes or anything, we offer math tutorials every Monday and Wednesday in the Macaulay basement from 3 till 4. And if it's not one of those days and you have a question, please email me because I'm pretty good at responding to those, and we can find another time to meet, or we may be able to figure it out by email. And then the resources that I highlighted at the start of the presentation under the bulletin board tab on my Selwyn has a bunch of in-house Selwyn made resources. There are some PowerPoint slideshows, some notes, some video lessons that could be helpful as well. So if you have any questions at any time, please feel free to email me. And I look forward to having a great year with you guys. Students, I look forward to seeing you. And parents, I look forward to meeting you at Parent Info Night if you're able to make it. Bye-bye.